Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Class 47 Peter YouTube channel. And to start off the reviews for 2021, I'm going to be taking a look at the buffered HST Power Cars in the Intercity Swallow livery. Hornby first announced the buffered HST Power Cars and Intercity Swallow livery in the 2020 range, and they have been eagerly anticipated by many, including myself, because I had been hoping that Hornby would be releasing these buffered HST Power Cars in this livery. And these came out just at the end of 2020, and I bought these from Kernow Model Rail Centre on New Year's Eve. As you already know, I already have the Mark IIIs, which you've seen me do a review on, and that gave me the opportunity to get some HST Power Cars and Intercity Swallow livery. And as soon as these were released, it was a no-brainer to get them, especially because with the Mark IIIs they haven't actually been used since I did my review on them. Because the DVT, which is going to be coming out this year in May, and that's subject to change because delays could happen, and so I decided that it was definitely time to get my hands on a pair of HST Power Cars, because I already had the coaches to go with them, and I had been wanting some HST Power Cars in Intercity Swallow, and I thought that this was the perfect chance for me to do so. And so these have just arrived, and I'm really looking forward to these. I've already opened the box and had a look at them, and they look absolutely gorgeous. But we're going to take them out of the box and we're going to have a proper look at them. So here are both of the Power Cars out of the box and down here on the layout, and I have to say that they are straight out of the box superb models. There were no quality control issues when these were unboxed, which is exactly as we expect them to be when we first buy these models, because with prices going up now, the last thing we want to see is getting hold of these models and they have quality control issues. So this is done to a superb factory finish. There was nothing wrong with these Power Cars straight out of the box, and also they run beautifully out of the box as well. I mean, the mechanism on these is like cutting a hot knife through butter. You know, the mechanism is really smooth, and of course, as standard, we have working head and tail lights as well. So now I'm going to make a start on the detail. First of all, as standard, we have sprung metal buffers on these models. The buffer beams, as per the prototypes, they are painted red. You have a separately fitted coupling hook on the buffer beam, and you've also got holes in the buffer beam for all the accessory parts that you get in the accessory bag with these models to be fitted to. Also, the look of the HST has been captured superbly by Hornby, especially the face of the locomotive. They've got the correct style headlight lens on these locomotives. You've also got the horn grills there, and the detail on those is superb. And also you've got separately fitted window wipers as well on the front windscreen. We have separately fitted handrails on the sides of the body, as you can see there by the door, and the doors on these models, they do open, as you can see. There's a wealth of detail that's been applied on the bogies and on the battery boxes and on the fuel tanks, especially this separately fitted pipework detail that runs just under the body and just above the battery boxes. So there's a lot of detail that has gone into this model. The livery application on these models is spot on. There's no imperfections on the livery anywhere at all. It's a very nice even coat of paint. It's done to a high standard, as you would expect it to be. All the colours have been evenly applied, and all the colours are correct as well. And, as we'd expect them to be, the colours on the Power Cars match that of the Mark IIIs. So here is one of the Mark IIIs that I have, which does have hunt couplings on it. The Power Cars at the moment do not, but they shall be getting hunt couplings, which already have some waiting for them. So as you can see, the colours there, on both the Power Car and on the Mark III, they match. Obviously, this is a first class coach, so it's got the yellow band at the top. But if I take that coach away and I show you one of the standard class coaches, you can see that that colour at the top there matches the colour on the top there on the coach just above the windows. So you don't need me to tell you that the colours on the Power Cars and on the Mark IIIs match, because you can clearly see that on camera. The Intercity and the Swallow logo have been beautifully applied on the body sides. They're very nice and crisp, no imperfections with applying those either, and the logo and the style of the font they've used for the Intercity text there is correct, and the colours are correct for those as well. You've also got the City of Edinburgh nameplates and the plaque there crisply applied on the body sides. Now you do get nameplates in the detail pack with these models, however they're not etched. They're just pieces of plastic with the nameplates and the plaque just printed onto them. So I'm not going to use them, I'm just going to stick with the printed ones, because to be honest with you, I think the printing detail for the nameplates and the plaque looks really nice. If you can add if you do want to add the nameplates and the plaque supplied in the accessory bag, then you can do. But I'm sure you can also find some extra nameplates from somewhere as well. So it's an optional extra, you don't have to add them if you don't want to, but I think the printed detail on these looks really nice. We've also got the loco's running number 43065 crisply applied on the body sides, and it's the same story for the other Power Car 43123. And you can also see they've got the yellow roofs as per the prototypes, and again the paintwork for that is spot on. There's no imperfections there or any overspray, again as you would expect these models to be when you first buy them. It is also hard to see, but if I can just get you a glimpse of the cab interior detail in these models, you can see that the cab interior detail in the cab has been painted. And that's always nice to see on the models, because that just adds to the detail. You also get separately fitted handrails by what it actually would have been the guard's door. And you can tell it's the guard's door because it has this other window here just in the body, right next to the door here, which has the window in. And basically, originally, the guards would have actually been inside the Power Cars, but later on they introduced the TGSs. And the reason for that is because of the noise in the Power Cars, basically. So they later introduced the TGSs for the guards to be in. And so later on they did remove these windows. Now I know I've already done a review on the hunt couplings before in the past, but I'm just going to show you fitting the hunt couplings for anyone who may be interested. So it's easy to do. All you do is just simply pull out the tension lock coupling, as you can see. Now these couplings, they are stepped, as you can see, and the reason for that is so basically the NEM pocket, as you can see, is quite low down on these, and so the couplings on these have to be stepped so that you get the right height with the Mark IIIs. And so basically what you do is just take your hunt couplings, and these HST couplings, they are stepped again, like on the tension locks. And so basically I fit them this way, and the reason for that is simply because if you look on the tension lock, that's the way that they are on the tension lock basically, with the clips pointing downwards. So on the power car that has the motor, I'm going to be fitting a B coupling. And you can tell which one's the B coupling because it has the silver magnet. The A coupling has a gold magnet, but they also do Hornby couplings elites, which don't have A and B couplings, and the reason for that is so basically you don't get the polarity like you do with these magnets. So that way you don't need to have A and B magnets, it's just all the same magnet that will connect. But anyway, so all you do is you get your coupling, I do apologise for my fat fingers being in the way, but the coupling just slots into place like so. Now the reason why the power car with the motor in has a B coupling and the dummy car has an A coupling is because with the B coach it needs a B coupling because the front coach at the one end has the A coupling, and obviously on the other end the B would have the other coach which have a magnet, so A to B they retract, and so having the B coupling on there, that retracts with the A coupling on the first coach behind it, and likewise with the dummy power car the A coupling will attract with the B magnet on the coach at the other end, and also you can still couple the power cars together like so. So to show you the detail on the other end of the coach, as you can see we have the warning signs crisply applied. You've also got the gangways as well. You've got the door there in the gangway which has glazing in the window there, and also you've got glazing there in the rear window, as well as the tops data panel crisply printed on the ends there. So that's the end of my review for the Buffett HST Power Cars in Intercity Swallow livery. So what is there left to say about these models, because I've covered most of the detail on these that I could, and my conclusion for these models is that I am over the moon with them. I personally couldn't fault them. I haven't got any problems with them. Not only do these match the artwork on the box, but also they match the livery on the Mark IIIs, so that's a big thumbs up there. And the detail on these is just exquisite, and I'm just really happy to get my hands on a pair of Buffett HST Power Cars in the Intercity Swallow livery. I've been waiting for these for a long time, and I can safely say that I think the wait was definitely worth it. And I really would like Hornby to do now a rerun of the production HST Power Cars, which are the ones without the buffers, in the Intercity Swallow livery, because it would be really nice if I could then get my hands on a pair of HST Power Cars in the Intercity Swallow livery to go with the buffered ones. And it would be awesome if Hornby also could bring out the Buffett HST Power Cars in Virgin Trains livery as well, because that would be fantastic. So yeah, I'm really pleased with these, and at the price of 260 quid I think it was money well spent. I know some people might think that that is expensive, but at the end of the day, if you want super detailed models, and especially if you're after super detailed HST models, then you have to be willing to pay the price at the end of the day. I mean, these are now the most expensive models that I own. It was the Real Track 156, and now the HST Power Cars have knocked that off its pedestal, but it was definitely worth it, and I'm just blown away by them. So I think that's a big pat on the back for Hornby for doing these, and to have them on the layout is a joy. So big thumbs up to Hornby, well done for doing these. I'm very happy with them. I couldn't fault them, and they're superb models. And if you guys want to get your hands on these power cars, then by all means get out there and buy them. So I think you all know where this is going now. What I'm going to do to end the video like I always do with this style of format now for my reviews, I'm going to get them running round on the layout, and they're going to be pulling the Intercity Mark IIIs. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. As ever, subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Leave me a comment down below if you wish to do so. Also, while you're at it, feel free to check out all the other videos that have gone on the channel, and I'll see you again next time. But until then, stay safe and take care. Bye for now.